What if I told you that walking too much after 70 could actually speed up aging instead of slowing it down? Sounds surprising, right? Most people believe that walking is the best way to stay healthy as they get older. But doctors are now warning that relying only on walking might be a big mistake. In this video, I'll reveal the 5 essential movements you must add to your routine to stay strong, prevent falls, and keep your body feeling younger for years to come. And trust me, you won't want to miss the last one. It's the most important, yet almost nobody talks about it. If you find this video helpful, comment the number 1 below. I'd love to hear from you. Now let's dive in. Strength training to preserve muscle mass. Imagine this. You've been walking every day, thinking you're doing everything right for your health. But one day, you go to pick up a grocery bag, and suddenly it feels heavier than before. You struggle a little, your arms shake, and you wonder, when did this become so hard? This is the reality of muscle loss after 70, and it happens faster than most people realize. Walking is a great form of exercise, but here's the truth. Walking alone does not build muscle. In fact, if it's your only activity, you could be losing strength without even noticing it. This gradual loss of muscle mass, known as sarcopenia, can make everyday tasks harder, increase the risk of falls, and even shorten your independence. But here's the good news. It's never too late to rebuild your strength. Meet Robert, a 74-year-old who walked every day believing he was staying fit. But over time, he noticed subtle changes. Lifting a box that used to be easy now required effort. Getting up from the couch without using his hands became a struggle. At first, he brushed it off as just aging, but when his doctor explained that he was losing muscle because he wasn't challenging it, everything clicked. Determined to regain his strength, Robert started simple: bodyweight exercises, light, resistance bands, and a few dumbbell movements. Within just a few months, he felt stronger, more stable, and even more energetic throughout the day. His confidence grew because he knew his body was capable again. Strength training doesn't mean you have to lift heavy weights like a bodybuilder. It can be as simple as standing up from a chair without using your hands, doing squats at the kitchen counter, or lifting small weights like soup cans. The key is progressive resistance, challenging your muscles just enough to keep them active. And working. More than just strength, keeping your muscles engaged improves balance, protects your joints, and even enhances brain function. Studies have shown that maintaining muscle mass is directly linked to living longer, healthier, and more independently. Want to test your strength? Try this. Sit in a chair and stand up without using your hands. If you struggle, that's a sign your muscles need more attention. The best part? You can start today, and within weeks you'll feel the difference. So if you've been relying only on walking, consider this your wake-up call. Your muscles are the key to longevity. Protect them, strengthen them, and they will carry you through your golden years with confidence and ease. If this message resonates with you, drop a 1 in the comments below. And 2. Balance and stability exercises to prevent falls. You've been walking for years, so of course your balance is fine, right? Unfortunately, that's not always true. Many people don't realize their balance is declining until they almost fall, or worse, actually do. Picture this. Edward, a 76-year-old man who always stayed active, was stepping off a curb one day. He wasn't rushing, he wasn't distracted. Yet suddenly, his foot landed at an odd angle. In a split second, he lost his balance. His arms flailed, his heart raced, and he barely caught himself in time. That terrifying moment made him realize how vulnerable he had become. Falls are one of the biggest dangers for older adults. They don't just lead to injuries, they lead to fear. That fear can cause people to move less, which only increases the risk of another fall. The cycle continues until confidence, independence, and quality of life start slipping away. But here's the truth. Balance isn't something you automatically keep. It's something you must actively train. Walking alone doesn't challenge the small, stabilizing muscles in your feet, ankles, and core. Without targeted balance exercises, those muscles weaken, making even a slight misstep dangerous. Luckily, balance can be improved at any age. Edward's doctor recommended simple exercises, standing on one foot while holding onto a counter for support, walking heel to toe in a straight line like walking on a balance beam, shifting his weight side to side to strengthen stabilizing muscles. Within weeks, Edward felt steadier. His confidence returned, and everyday movements felt more controlled. He realized that balance is like a skill. It gets better the more you practice. Want to test your balance? Try this. Stand near a counter, lift one foot off the ground, and hold for 10 seconds. If you struggle, that's your body telling you balance training is needed, and the sooner you start, the better. So don't wait until a fall forces you to take action. Prioritize balance now and protect your ability to move freely for years to come. If this insight was helpful, comment 1 below. Flexibility and mobility exercises to keep joints healthy. Think about the last time you tried to bend down and tie your shoes. Did it feel smooth, or did you notice stiffness? Maybe turning your head to check traffic isn't as easy as it used to be. These are signs of declining flexibility and mobility, and if left unchecked, they can severely limit your independence. Walter, 78, had always been active. He walked daily, thinking he was doing everything right. But over time, he noticed stiffness creeping in. Getting out of bed in the morning felt tight. Reaching for something on a high shelf required more effort. He chalked it up to aging, but his doctor explained something eye-opening. Mobility loss doesn't just happen with age. It happens when you stop using your full range of motion. Walking is great, but it doesn't fully stretch your muscles or engage your joints in different directions. That's why doctors now emphasize the importance of flexibility and mobility exercises, because staying active isn't just about moving, it's about moving well. Walter started small. Neck rotations to keep his spine mobile. Shoulder rolls to release tension. Knee to chest stretches to keep his hips flexible. Ankle circles to improve foot mobility. Within weeks, he felt looser, more comfortable, and even noticed an improvement in his posture. His body felt younger. Want to check your flexibility? Try this. Stand up straight and slowly turn your head to one side, then the other. Does it feel smooth, or do you feel tightness? If you notice restrictions, your flexibility is decreasing, and now is the time to change that. The good news? With just a few minutes a day, you can regain lost flexibility, prevent stiffness, and keep your body moving freely for years to come. If this message resonated with you, drop a 1 in the comments below. 4. Cardiovascular exercise for heart and lung health. Imagine this. You're walking up a flight of stairs, something you've done 1,000 times before. But this time, you feel different. Your heart is pounding, your breath is short, and you have to stop halfway just to catch it. You think, when did this get so hard? The truth is, heart and lung health decline with age. But it happens so slowly that most people don't notice, until one day they do. And by then, it can feel overwhelming. But here's the good news. It's never too late to improve your cardiovascular health. Walking is great, but if it's your only form of exercise and you're not pushing yourself beyond a comfortable pace, your heart and lungs aren't getting the challenge they need to stay strong. The heart is a muscle, and just like any other muscle, it needs to be worked in order to stay healthy. Meet Susan. She was 72, active, and walked every morning. But over time, she noticed that even small inclines made her breathless. A trip to the grocery store left her feeling drained. Her doctor explained that her heart and lungs were getting weaker because she wasn't pushing them enough. That's When she made a change, Susan started adding interval walking to her routine, walking at her normal pace for 2 minutes, then speeding up for 30 seconds before returning to normal. She also started doing seated marches while watching TV and added gentle aerobics to her week. Within a few months, she noticed the difference. She could walk farther without stopping, go upstairs without struggling, and even felt more energy throughout the day. Want to test your heart health? Try this. Walk at a brisk pace for 1 minute, then check your breathing. If you're out of breath too quickly, your heart needs more conditioning. The best part? Even small changes, like adding a few minutes of faster walking or light cardio, exercises can make a huge difference. Your heart is your engine. Keep it strong, and it will carry you through life with power and vitality. If this resonates with you, drop a 1 in the comments below. 5. Posture and core. Strength for better movement and pain reduction. Have you ever seen an older person walking hunched over, struggling to stand tall? Maybe you've started noticing your own shoulders rounding forward or your lower back aching after long periods of standing. This isn't just aging. This is a weak core and poor posture taking a toll on your body. Many people believe that walking is enough to maintain their core strength, but the truth is, walking doesn't engage your core the way strength training does. Without strong core muscles, your spine lacks support, which can lead to back pain, balance issues, and even breathing problems. Let's talk about Richard. At 75, he started feeling more discomfort in his back. He thought it was normal until he saw an old picture of himself, standing tall and confident. That's when he realized just how much his posture had changed. He started doing simple core exercises, seated pelvic tilts to strengthen his lower back, standing side bends to activate his obliques, gentle planks against the wall to improve core stability. Within weeks, Richard felt the difference. His back pain reduced, his shoulders pulled back naturally, and he stood taller without effort. More importantly, he felt more confident, because posture isn't just about looks, it's about how you carry yourself in life. Want to check your posture? Stand against a wall. Does your head, shoulders, and lower back touch the wall naturally? If not, it's time to strengthen your core and improve your posture. A strong core doesn't just help you move better, it helps you live better. If you found this helpful, drop a 1 in the comments. The mental and emotional benefits of exercise isn't just about the body, it's about the mind. Imagine waking up feeling sluggish, unmotivated, or even anxious. You know you should move, but you don't feel like it. Then you force yourself to take a short walk, stretch a little, or do a few light exercises. Within minutes, something shifts. You feel more awake, more alive, more you. This is the power of movement. Many people think of exercise as just a way to stay physically strong, but one of its greatest benefits is mental and emotional well-being. Exercise releases endorphins, the feel-good chemicals in the brain. It reduces stress, fights depression, and even improves memory. Meet Margaret. At 79, she found herself feeling more isolated. Her energy was low and she had trouble sleeping. Her daughter encouraged her to join a senior fitness class. At first, Margaret was hesitant, but within weeks she felt the change. She was sleeping better, laughing more, and even made new friends. The best part? She didn't have to do anything intense. Just moving her body daily transformed how she felt. Want to boost your mood? Try this. The next time you're feeling low, do 5 minutes of movement, whether it's stretching, marching in place, or even dancing. Notice how your mood shifts. Exercise isn't just about adding years to your life. It's about adding life to your years. If this resonates, drop a 1 in the comments below. 7. The power of flexibility and stretching for mobility and injury prevention. Have you ever tried to reach for something on a high shelf and felt a sharp stiffness in your shoulders? Or maybe you bent down to tie your shoes and realized you weren't as flexible as you used to be. That's the thing about flexibility. It's easy to take for granted until you start losing it. The truth is, as we age, our muscles naturally become less elastic and our joints feel stiffer. But here's the good news. You can regain flexibility and keep your body moving with ease, no matter your age. Let's talk about John. At 68, he had always been active, but he never stretched. One morning, he woke up with lower back pain that wouldn't go away. Simple tasks like getting out of bed or reaching down to pick something up became a struggle. Frustrated, he decided to try something new, a daily stretching routine. At first, it was uncomfortable. His muscles resisted and he felt tight everywhere, but he stayed consistent. After just a few weeks, his back pain eased. He could move without stiffness, and he even noticed his posture improving. Stretching isn't just about flexibility. It's about keeping your body free and mobile. It reduces the risk of injuries, improves circulation, and helps with everyday movements like walking, bending, and lifting. Want to test your flexibility? Try reaching for your toes while sitting. If you can't touch them, it's a sign your body needs more stretching. Start with small, gentle stretches each morning. You'll be amazed at how much better you feel. Your body is meant to move freely. Keep it that way. If you found this helpful, drop a 1 in the comments. 8. The role of balance exercises in preventing falls and staying independent. Picture this: you're walking down the sidewalk, lost in thought, when suddenly you trip on a crack. For a split second, your body panics, but then you catch yourself. You regain your balance and keep walking as if nothing happened. Now imagine if that same moment happened, but you couldn't catch yourself. You fall, hitting the ground hard, feeling pain shoot through your hip or wrist. Falls are one of the biggest risks as we age. They can lead to fractures, hospital visits, and a loss of confidence in movement. But what if I told you that falls are not an inevitable part of aging? You can train your body to prevent them. Meet Linda. At 74, she had a close call. She nearly fell in her kitchen. That scare pushed her to take action. She started practicing simple balance exercises. Standing on one leg while brushing her teeth, heel to toe walking in a straight line, chair-assisted side leg raises to strengthen her stabilizing muscles. Within weeks, she felt more steady on her feet. Her confidence returned, and she no longer feared losing her balance. Want to test your balance? Stand on one leg for 10 seconds. If you struggle, it's time to work on your stability. Just a few minutes of balance training daily can keep you strong and independent for years to come. Your balance is your foundation. Protect it. If this message resonates with you, drop a 1 in the comments. 9. Strength training for a longer, healthier life. Imagine looking in the mirror and seeing a strong, confident version of yourself, standing tall, moving with ease and feeling full of life. Now imagine the opposite, struggling to lift a grocery bag, feeling weak when getting up from a chair and losing independence because your muscles have weakened over time. Which future do you want? Many people think that as they get older, strength loss is just a part of life. But the truth is, you don't lose muscle because you age. You lose muscle because you stop using it. And the best way to prevent that? Strength training. Let's talk about Maria. She was 70 when she noticed how difficult it was to carry her grandkids. Her arms felt weak, and she struggled to get up from the couch. She thought, is this just how aging works? But then she started small, doing chair squats, lifting light weights, and practicing push-ups against the wall. After a few months, something incredible happened. She could lift her grandkids again. She felt stronger, younger, and more in control of her body. Strength training isn't about looking like a bodybuilder. It's about keeping your muscles strong enough to support you in everyday life. It helps prevent osteoporosis, reduces joint pain, and even boosts metabolism. Want to see where you stand? Try getting up from a chair without using your hands. If it's difficult, it's time to start strength training. You don't have to accept weakness as part of aging. You can build strength at any age. If this inspired you, drop a 1 in the comments below.